Hey guys, so in today's video what we'll be focusing on is how to perform what is called the bicep curl. You can either do it by using this, what is called a barbell or a straight bar, and you can also use this, what is called the easy bar, which has angles in it. So the main key differences in these two bars is this being straight is just locked in one movement, and sometimes this might be a disadvantage if you have any wrist pain or if you have any troubles lifting with a straight wrist. So if you have any wrist pains doing bicep curls, what I would suggest is switching to what is called the easy bar, because this has angles. You can hold the bar at an angle. This would not cause much stress on your wrist as it would using a barbell. And the main reasons that I prefer using the easy bar instead of the barbell is it helped me focus on both heads of my bicep. As the word suggests, bicep means two. So using the easy bar helps us more easily focus on both these heads. So the short head, which is the inside of the bicep, as well as the long head, which is the outside of the bicep, which will give you the peak of the bicep. And two reasons that will help you mentally focus on what these two heads are. If you flex your bicep and you turn your wrist outward, then you see that the contraction or the inner head, the short head, pops more if you turn your wrist out. But if you turn your wrist in, it just goes away. So the focus is shifted to the outside or the long head of the bicep. Something that will help us to focus it on this is the placement of our hands. So as you see, this has angles. If you hold it from here, the inside, this will help you focus on the outside of the bicep, and this, holding it at a shoulder width or wider grip, will help you focus on the inner or the short head of your bicep. Like I said, with your wrist movement, if you turn your wrist out, it will help you focus on the inner or the short head. This will be able to accomplish by holding a bar at a shoulder width. And for example, if you turn your wrist outside, the fingers that are on top are your ring finger and your pinky. So while holding this at a shoulder width, try to squeeze the bar mainly with your ring finger and your pinky. You can hold it with all your fingers, but mainly focusing on the ring finger and the pinky. Squeezing on this will help you to outwardly rotate your wrist and help you focus on the inside or the short head of your bicep. The next one is the long head or the outside of the bicep. This you'll be able to focus on by gripping the bar inside. And like I said during the movement, turn your wrist inward. This will, what will help you to do this is squeezing your middle finger and your pointer finger or your index finger on the bar mainly, and then gripping with the others as well. This will help you have an internal rotation of your wrist, which will help you focus more on the outside of your bicep. So let me show you how it's done from the side. If you grip it wide, one thing you should keep in mind is while doing this exercise, you should not let your wrist your elbow go back or go behind you. This would turn the bicep curl into a drag curl, into more of a drag curl. So what you should keep in mind is keeping your elbows a little bit in front of you. This will help you to add more stress or strain on the bicep and help you to perform this better. Be sure not to swing the bar up or just to swing it like this and swing your elbows back once you drop it. Keep a steady form elbows slightly in front of you, lift it up, lower it down slowly. So this will help you to focus both on the outside, which is the long head, and the inside, which is the short head. Let's perform this. Outside, which is the long head, and the inside, which is the short head. The other thing that we should keep in mind while performing this is that you should have a controlled movement. Some people think the reason or the only way that you can properly work out your bicep is by lifting more weight or this movement. But something that is proven even by science and many fitness experts is that more than the positive or the lifting movement, the negative movement of your bicep curl, which is where you lower the weight, is where you do the most damage to your bicep. And you know that you have to do the most damage to your bicep for it to grow. So let's take this as an example. 2 seconds up, lower it down slowly with 3 seconds. 2 seconds up, 3 seconds, lower it down. This will help you more to focus on the negative movement of this curve. The other thing I should keep in mind is, say for example you perform the exercise and you feel tired. Let's say you do a few reps, and you feel exhausted. You cannot lift it up anymore. Get a help from a friend. Lift it up with a friend. See, you have two movements. One is the positive, lifting it up, and the negative, lowering it down. Sometimes you might be exhausted lifting it up, but you will not be exhausted in the movement of lowering it down. So you need to be able to exhaust both areas of this. Once you're done lifting it up and lowering it down, once you feel tired or exhausted, get a friend's help. And if you want to pump your biceps more, get a friend's help to lift it up, and you yourself lower the bar down with your own strength. This will help you to focus more on the movement, which if you did not, you will lose on so much of the damage that you can cause to your bicep. So lift it up with a friend, you lower it down, it will cause you much more stress and much more damages on the muscle, which will help you build more in time. So this is just a simple tip that I thought would be helpful for you. Let's catch you in the next video.